It is Mega Drive Mini Day, or Genesis Mini Day if you're in the US, where this has just come out. We're in Europe, where this has not yet come out. But we have a Mega Drive Mini. We're going to unbox it. We're going to take a look at what you get. Okay, so I am joined here by Fergus, a rogue Australian from PC World Australia.
Correct.
So he's just popped into our office for a bit and, I don't know, knows equally little about Sega consoles as me. So we're going to bumble through this together.
So we got a box.
We got a box. Good start. Obviously, this is the Mega Drive Mini box. If you're in North America, it's the Genesis Mini. If you're anywhere else, it's the Mega Drive. So it was Mega Drive for Australia, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be upfront, a bit clueless. I was a Nintendo kid. I'm all like, SNES was my thing, and then N64.
Yeah, I was a handheld person. I wasn't really allowed a console till
way
later down the track. But I do have fond memories of Sonic.
I played it at other people's houses
and
sucked.
Arcade Sonic
really
as well?
sucked.
Lots of arcade stuff, yeah.
So, right, we are into the box. That's the exciting box view. Not a thrilling start, I'll be honest. The first thing we get is a cable.
I mean, it's a bit predictable, but...
I'm glad there's one. So, yeah. USB-A to micro USB, that's a giveaway. That's how this thing charges. One quirk I'll get out of the way before we go any further. What we're not going to find in this box is a power adapter. I have brought my own. If you're in the US and you're buying the Genesis one, you will get a USB power adapter. If you're not in the US, you don't get one. I don't totally understand the logic. I think Nintendo did the same thing with the SNES and NES ones.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's probably fine. Everyone has a power brick from their phone.
It's just got to be anything with a 5-volt USB-A port. Like you've got one, but
it's weird. I mean, I'm pro reducing the global waste of USB power bricks,
but not including a thing you need for it to function.
It is a bit weird to not have it in the box when you need it to function.
Next thing we find. Instruction manual, which I kind of like. That looks like how I remember instruction manuals looking.
Remember instruction manuals? Remember when they had backstory in them?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, video game instruction manuals were always the best. You always actually got like plot in there.
Got to read
look, we've got like a little I don't know if that mascot has a name, but cheery little Genesis Mega Drive dude.
Jenny the Genesis?
Yeah, probably. This obviously covers all the main European languages, so the actual instructions bit is a single double-page spread.
Is there an Australian language option there?
I don't know. Just like keeps mentioning like shrimps and Barbies every now and then.
Disappointing. No. This is not the diverse future I want.
Okay, sometime soon we're going to hit an actual console.
Hold on.
No.
More cables.
More cables. All right. This, at least, is another useful cable, an HDMI cable.
You could always use more HDMI cables.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that is one that I do tend to lack, HDMI cables. Obviously that's how this thing is going to hook up to your TV.
Good value add.
Okay.
All right. Is this it? Are we getting there?
Yeah, let's go this way first.
All right.
Okay.
All right, another box.
Here we go. A box within a box.
Yeah.
So that nearly just fell out. Good start, just drop it on the floor. Here we go. Okay.
Ooh.
And there we have it.
I like the little gold engraving.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Got a little bit of appeal.
Yeah.
So that is the dinky little Mega Drive Mini.
Yeah, does it feel as plasticky as it looks?
It feels incredibly plasticky. So that's fine. It's very small, it's very light. It's 55% smaller than the original thing, which is,
kind of adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me have a look at that.
Yeah, it feels very lightwait, but you're just going to put it down next to your TV anyway, right?
There's a volume slider on this thing? That's adorable. USB ports. Phones? Phones. That must be a headphone jack and maybe it like pops in or something.
I think I remember it's a
non-functioning headphone jack?
Something like that.
This is ridiculous.
I can't remember. Yeah, I believe they just sort of kept the bit where the headphone jack would be for authenticity.
Taking out the headphone
jack. But
jack.
didn't bother actually putting it. Fucking Apple's fault, isn't it?
Sega can call it courage, I think.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that is the hardware thing. Power there, reset button, which I think is actually used for like menu controls.
Yeah,
rather than actually resetting anything.
That's probably wise.
And then, yeah, there is a volume slider, which I believe does work. I think that does work.
I wish you could pop that lid open and like put like mini discs in.
So you kind of can. Not playable. Like some people have asked if you can play like actual original Mega Drive cartridges on it, and you can't. It's the wrong size. It won't work. Please don't try. If you're in Japan, you can buy a little like fake Sonic the Hedgehog cartridge.
That's
which
charming.
will just sit in the top and is like built for it. I've heard, maybe that might come outside Japan, but we don't know for sure. I hope so. But to be clear again, that is not a functional cartridge. You cannot play an actual Mega Drive game in this thing. Otherwise, you've got 2 USB ports on the front, so that is where the controllers plug in. And then on the back, we have the HDMI and the USB for charging. So pretty simple.
Has it got battery life, or
no? It's got to be plugged into the mains
all the time.
Yeah. So there we go. Last thing, the one thing we haven't had yet, the controllers. There's 2. Let's do one each. Okay. More
cables. Important. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this bad boy.
If I can get it out of that.
We're seeing like the difference between Australian and British cable removal styles right here.
So yeah, here we have the controller. You'll note it's the 3-button variant. Now there was some questioning about whether we'd get a 6-button variant because Japan gets the 6-button pad. Europe and the US get the 3-button version. But a company called Retrobit is making officially licensed 6-button pads. So that is like approved by Sega. You'll be able to buy them separately for like £18, $18, I think. And they'll come out at the same time as the console, basically. So if you really, really want a 6-button pad, because I know Street Fighter's on here, you can get one. You've just got to pay a bit more. And the other thing I want to look at is controller length, because did you ever use the NES or SNES Mini?
Once at a party.
Right. They are
quite
great,
short.
but the controller cable's absolutely minuscule.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think that's even all going to be in for you. Maybe.
Can I just like throw it?
See if we can hit the camera from here. I do have a length somewhere. That's a meter.
Yeah.
Probably a meter.
It's long.
It's a long cable, so you can actually plug this into your TV and sit back from it, which is nice. And the controllers feel like
all right.
Yeah.
These buttons, they feel like you're pressing them.
Yeah.
They're pretty pressy.
They're chunky. They're responsive. The D-pad's a bit,
Yeah.
But
I agree.
I'm not in love with that D-pad. I'll be honest. But
It does maintain the plasticky feel.
Yeah. The weird thing is, I actually think this controller feels kind of heavier than the console.
I think so as well.
At the very least, they're pretty close. Because the controller's a full scale. That's like the actual original size. But the console is obviously so reduced. We haven't spoken about games, what you actually get.
All right.
Which people may already know. But there are kind of 42 games.
Depending on what you consider a classic.
Yeah, there are 40 classic games and 2 bonus titles. 42 games total. So the classic ones are some of the obvious things. The list varies for Japan and Korea, but North America and like Europe and Australia all get the same stuff. Obviously, you've got like Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, and I think 3 is on here somewhere.
Sonic Spin?
I don't know.
Spinball. Sonic Spinball.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, whatever that is.
Yep, you got some Alex Kidd in there.
I'm
as
psyched.
Well.
Echo the Dolphin, Earthworm Jim.
We can pretend Echo is good, yeah. We got Contra. Is that Contra? I see a Contra.
Maybe. There could be a Contra.
Is that Contra?
No, that's Comics Zone. Comics with an X.
That's not what I was... Oh, there's a Castlevania. I'll play a Castlevania.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion, Street Fighter 2. I mean, you can find the whole list online, obviously, but like, it's 40 games, which is really good, because the...
A lot more than the other ones, right?
Yeah, the SNES and the NES were 20, and the PlayStation was less even than that.
It was 12?
Or maybe just 20,
9,
but
10,
either way,
12,
not 40.
Not 40.
Not that great.
And you didn't get any bonus games.
No, bonus games. Super rare bonus games.
Yep.
One is Darius, which I have personally never heard of before.
It's a shmup, right?
Yeah. It's a kind of like spaceshipy shmup thing. Which it was an arcade game. I think they tried to put it on Mega Drive and it just never got properly published. The other bonus title is the super rare limited edition, impossible to get, Tetris.
Yeah.
I've never played Tetris.
It's true.
Yeah,
I've always wanted
so
to.
elusive,
it's so
right?
elusive. It's on the very high on the black market. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I think they were originally going to publish Tetris on the Genesis Mega Drive, like way back when, and then there was some rights kerfuffle.
Oh, you've got to go
Tetris
down.
rights
Tetris
are-
rights are a whole thing. Everything about Tetris is actually fascinating.
Yeah,
As a thing.
So they basically made the game and it never came out. So there's like 10 cartridges in the world or something like that. Or you can just get this.
The people who own those cartridges are probably real bummed about the
Sucks
existence
to
of
be
this
them
product.
right now.
They really thought they had invested their money in something that would
Yeah,
hold
the
its
value of a Mega Drive Tetris cartridge has just plummeted. And I get it. I like a nicky little box. I mean, I'm an N64 kid. The moment the N64 Classic Mini, whatever arrives, if it does, like, I will spend my money.
I feel like this
Too
is
much money.
maybe the games equivalent of like people who own vinyls.
Yeah, I also own vinyl, so I'm
I
down the sucker for that mess as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I mean, release day wise, if you're in the US, the Genesis Mini is out today. But if you're in the UK and Europe, and I think Australia is the same, but I might be wrong, it's October 4th. Price wise, it is £70, $80, €80, and a crippling 140 Australian dollars. How do you feel?
That's the beach tax kicking in right there. Yeah, no, look, I can't say I'm surprised, but I can be disappointed.
Yeah. Just buy one while you're here, like, you know.
Probably save some money.
Yeah. Right, we are going to plug this in and
See how it goes.
have a play. But cheers for watching, like and subscribe. You know the drill. Thanks, guys.